Hey guys, welcome to another video. Sam Sexton here. We're going to go into part 2 and this one's going to be on auctioning. So hopefully you've read my or watched my part 1 about groups. Now the auctioning side of things is what we can do with those groups that we've then created on the auction house in terms of buying and selling. So we'll get into this one right now. Rightio. So you want to go /TSM, right? Get your TradeSkillMaster up and going. Now, there's two ways of getting to it. You can go through groups here and head on over to, let's say, Mining Classic, right? And you go to Operations and you've got your Auctioneering tab, and then, of course, you can click View Operation Options and you can get there that way. Or you can just go to operations and click auctioning. It'll take you to the same place. Now, I have a few different ones depending on what I'm doing. So let's go into a couple of them now. So classic mining 1, all right? So you want to set up a new operation. You can do it through either way. So this one is for my classic mining, but these groups apply to a range of, these operations rather apply to a range of groups. So I'm just going to run through what's going on here on the screen, and if you want to do it along with me or just watch it through, that's fine too. So basically your auction duration, how long the auctions will be up for, 12, 24, 48 hours. Depends on how often you get on WoW and how often your items sell, because if they're going to sell on average below 12 hours, you want to do 12 hours because then you're paying less for the auction itself or the auction fee when you do post items. Now below that you have the stack size. So I'm posting in stacks of 1 here, so you can put it on 20, 200, 100, whatever you want to do. Each of these numbers in brackets reflects the stack size that I post in. So for instance, 100 here is 100 stack size. That's how I remember what I'm doing. Feel free to do the same thing if you would like to. Now below that, I don't really use this tab or use this tab at all, so I won't explain them because I don't have any experience personally with those. I just keep them on 0. The post cap here is how many auctions of your stack size you're going to post. So my stacks of 1, I post 10 stacks of 1. So that's the stack size, and that's how many it posts of that size here. So stacks of 1. Now we get into a bit more interesting stuff, some stuff that might be a bit daunting to some people, but I aim to make it quite easier for you guys to understand this one. So posting price settings, we'll go down to here. Okay, so what you put in here, you can put a range of different things. There is some crazy ass parameters that you can set in the min, max and normal price. So I'll just go by and give an overview of what each of these names resemble and then the actual data in the box there. So the minimum price is 74.5. So any auction that is below 75% of these parameters that are in here, I won't post. As you can tell over here, won't post items. You can do other stuff, but this is just what I set up. As I said, with this stuff here, I'm not going to go through anything that I don't know myself. This is the way I do it, and it works fucking incredibly well for me. So the max price is anything above that, it'll just post at the normal price. That's set at 150. You can have it at whatever. But getting into what's actually in here, I think the command is TSM sources. Yeah, here we are. You can see all the sources that you can put in there on the left here. And there is much more additionally that you can put in there too. So I'm going to put my settings in the YouTube channel description, or the video description rather, and you guys can copy and paste my stuff if you want to do that. So AVG is basically just stands for average, and you've obviously got your percentage here in brackets. This is what I run, so it's the database market, DB is database, min buyout, average buy, database global market average. That's what I roll with. So I do that for all of these, and it's basically the average of all of these. So the average of the database market, min buyout, average buy, global market average. I don't fully understand 100% all of these parameters, but these are the ones I use and they work quite well for me. There's I'm sure on the internet somewhere there's going to be other ways of doing things. Of course, I've seen crazy shit being done, but I'll put this in there for you. So basically, you're just getting a roundabout average off of like server prices, realm prices, region prices, right across the board, and you end up with about an average. And if it's when you're auctioning, if that average is below the 75% average, then we just won't post items automatically. If it's above 150, we're going to post at the normal price of 100, and we're going to undercut by 1 copper. So I'll show you this in action in a second, guys. If you're a bit unclear, what I'd recommend is just copying what I've done, and then you'll sort of understand it in game. But I'll show you how it works just quickly. So we'll go over to the auction house here. Okay, perfect. So now we're in the auction house tab of TSM. Now it's obviously a bit reskinned and a little bit different. You got a few extra tabs here. So for instance, in auctioning, I'll go to my mining classic group. Remember, we created groups in part 1. They should show up here. If not, if they don't show up there, then that just means your groups haven't been assigned in your operations tab in groups to your operation for auctioning, which we did here. So classic mining 1, we've created that previously just before in this video. Then you go to your groups, which we did in part 1, and just assign it, whichever one it is. Okay. And then when you go to the auction house, you'll be able to go to auctioning, and it should show up here. So we've got mining classic. Let's do a quick post scan here. Now only scan for things that are in your inventory currently. See this stuff, not enough items in bags. It just won't scan for it. Save you a bit of data and stuff. But anyway, so as you can see straight up, bronze bar, cheapest auction below min price. So below that 75% average is what this price is here. So it's not going to tell me to post it. So I'm just going to hang on to my bronze bars. Same thing with iron bars. Now tin bars is above 75 or 74.5%. Let's just go with 75%, easier to say. That's above that. So we're going to undercut this current price here by 1 copper in stacks of 1, stacks of 20, and stacks of 5. Now, I've got lots of copper bars, so we can even post stacks of 100 and 200 here, but that's just the way that I set up my auctioneering. You might just be posting stacks of 1 or just stacks of 100. It's completely up to you. So we do have things that we can post here. So we'll go to post. And basically using those parameters, I apologize, there's a plane going overhead. Using those parameters that we set up in the auctioneering is defining these prices. So where it says green, that's where the color is green and says undercutting competition. That just means that, yep, the price and the average price is above the 75%. We're going to post it. All you have to do is click post, and it's going to undercut by 1 copper. So that's done. We've just posted a whole heap of stuff. A whole heap of tin bars, copper bars, and they're all up there in the auction house. If you want to post a little bit quicker, you can go to macro setup and I'll go down. Create macro and bind scroll wheel. So when we were posting before, clicking that post button heaps of times, you can actually just scroll down and it'll be a lot quicker. That's another thing worth mentioning. But just to recap really quickly, go to operations, create an operation. You more than you guys can copy the Someone's fucking revving their car engine that fucking loud, eh? It's fucking insane. I don't really understand. But yeah, just copy what I've got here and just play around with it, and you'll be able to pick it up quite easily. So just to recap, you got your duration, auction duration, your stack size, and your post cap. How many times you're going to post this stack here. Undercut amount, whether you want it to be 1 copper or 1 silver or a couple of gold, whatever it is. You can have a look at that. And then the min price, the normal price, and the maximum price I've just explained. And make sure these are all set to what I've got here. When above maximum, I mean, I guess you could post at maximum price, depending on what it is. But yeah, and then you just go to the groups, the group that you set up, and assign the operation to it. You can also remove if you want to do that. So that's basically it for auctioneering and setting up parameters. That's basically it. I mean, I've got a couple of different ones. Most of them just stay the same. The only thing that's different is my min price. So if I don't want to post below a certain price or whatever, max price is different. Depends what it is, but yeah. So give it a go. See how you fare. Hopefully you can pick that up. If not, just copy what I've done. I think that's the simplest way. If you don't understand what I've just explained, just copy what I've done bit by bit and do it in the same process that I did it, and then you'll be able to get an understanding, because the best way of learning is actually doing it yourself. You can read and listen and watch all you want, but if you still don't understand after that, just do what somebody else has done, and you'll be able to follow, and then you'll be able to tweak some stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. In part 3, we'll be going over some more things. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you like this content, make sure to comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else that I haven't explained clear enough, or any feedback that you guys have at all. Hopefully I'll catch you on Twitch or on YouTube, and have a good day. Peace.